everybody, welcome into the Santa Barbara Polo Life. I'm Tara Gray.
And I'm Charles Ward, and this is number 2 of season 2, and we're so excited to be here. It's a little secret where we are, because we are celebrating.
Oh yes, forgot the champagne.
At a polo match. Yes.
Cheers to you. We're out here at the Santa Ynez Polo Classic. Could not be more beautiful. And you know what? Surprise. We're at Polo, right?
We're at Polo, and I have another surprise for you.
Yeah.
In remembrance of our great show, I want you to have this, and we're going to go around and get Nacho Figueras, Memo Guacita, and all the great people to sign this so you can keep it at your house. Okay?
That's a great gift. I appreciate that.
Well, you'll enjoy the show because you're going to see the Rolls-Royce Cullinan, you're going to see some great people, but most importantly, Tara Gray selling wonderful jewelry and interviewing different people.
Oh yeah, we're going to have a wonderful show for you here today, so make sure you stay tuned to the Santa Barbara Polo Life. It's all coming up right now. And now we're at the Belmond El Encanto. You never know where we're going to be, right?
That's right. And you know, this is kind of a secret hideaway for the stars and business titans who have been coming here since the 1920s. And it's the only 5-star resort in the county, so we're lucky to be here today.
Yes, and if you haven't ever come here for lunch or breakfast or dinner, you have to try it out because the view is absolutely incredible. And lots of celebrities will come up here to the Belmond El Encanto. And speaking of celebrities, I hear that there was a royal celebrity and an American historical celebrity somewhere over the 4th of July. Who was that?
Well, King George III got out of the grave and came back to be in the parade. And so did President George Washington, which is my nickname once a year when I have 15 minutes of fame at the Montecito Parade.
And who was King George?
That was Richard Mineards.
Oh, yes. Richard Mineards. And you guys do this every single year, right?
Yeah, this is the 7th year. And the Flag Factory gives me about 100 flags to give out to the kids. And you can see their eyes get this big around when you give them a flag. And it's the first time they ever got an American flag in most cases.
And Charles and I here at the Santa Barbara Polo Life, we are everywhere around this Santa Barbara community. And most recently, we were at the Santa Ynez Polo Classic in the Santa Ynez Valley. And oh my gosh, that was such a wonderful time, right?
Everyone says it was the best one ever.
Oh, and look, Charles, there we are at the VIP tent at Tara Gray Jewelry. It was so much fun.
Oh, there are the folks from Jet Craft. That's a new sponsor for this event.
And Carrie Lloyd, she's always so fabulous to bring out the Rolls Royce, and the Cullinan was there.
This is a couple I met, and I came real close to selling them a Rolls Royce. Lisa and Martin Wingler. This is the 2nd year that Lisa and Martin have sponsored the luncheon. Thank you.
And there's that beautiful Rolls Royce Dawn. I just love that car. And Chris Constantine, he's the general manager of Rolls Royce.
And speaking of Chris, there he is, and I'm interviewing him, so he's telling everyone about the beautiful Rolls Royces.
And we all know Andrew Firestone Wine, right? Great to see him.
Tom Barron, owner of the Ocho Ranch, and our host that day.
And there's Nacho Figueras, one of the world's most recognizable faces when it comes to polo, and of course Luis Escobar as well.
And there's Nacho again with another teammate.
And I cannot stress again what a fabulous event that was. And speaking of fabulous events, KOPU just had a huge event, right?
Yes, it's KOPU Sparkling Water. And the couple who founded it and actually run the company live here in Montecito. Let's take a look. That's me with Bob Fell, who's a very big supporter and former winner of the Pacific Coast Open.
And I just love this little boy's outfit. Oh my goodness, he was dressed to the nines.
You love the little boy and I love the big car. This is Don Resden's Z1 Corvette, and I'm with Mindy Mahi.
And she looks so beautiful. I loved her hat. I loved her outfit. Mindy always just looks fabulous.
And of course, Deb Richards is there holding court.
Oh, and you know, more fashion. I think the kids may have outdone the adults this week because look at those pink boots. I want those pink boots. And oh, that adorable little hat on that baby. I mean, can you get any cuter? I just don't think so.
And now we're in the KOPU Sparkling Water VIP tent, and there they are, the VIPs.
And there's Mindy and Charles. Charles, you're always surrounded by the beautiful ladies. That's all of Mindy's girlfriends there.
Here's some polo fashion at the Divot Stomp.
There's me, Charles, and Mindy.
Well, here's some polo action to look at.
I know those horses were beautiful. It was such a great match as well. I just loved seeing those teams out there, all of the amazing players. It was just a really, really fun day at polo, as usual.
That's the way it is every Sunday. KOPU Sparkling Water, and it's owned by Mindy and Justin Mahi, who are residents here of Montecito.
And we were so lucky to have Ambassador Holden out at the club for all of the polo action. He's such a fixture there.
Our sponsor, Justin Mahi, giving the awards.
There's the Santa Clara team, along with Mindy and Justin.
And the winners of the day, Farmers and Merchants Bank.
And there's Mindy and Danny Walker. He received the Most Valuable Player Award. Couldn't have gone to a better guy. And that was so much fun. And by the way, KOPU Sparkling Water is the best water I have ever had. So try it, okay?
And since we're at El Encanto, when we come back, we have a special guest. You know, it was a lot of fun being in the parade yesterday with Richard Mineards, who was King George III, and I came along as George Washington. It was our 7th year. Was it an amazing crowd?
It was. I particularly love the children and their pets, because they're really, really enchanting watching it. And of course, I'm practicing my royal way, which is rather good these days. And I love kinging. And as Charles said, it was our 7th year together. And we really make the dynamic duo. And it's only a small parade. It's only 4 blocks to Manning Park. But it's really a heart of the community. Everyone just loves it. And we have a lot of celebrities. Steve Martin, the comedian, Billy Baldwin, the actor. You name it. That's all what Montecito is about. You know, a very charming community with low-key celebrity status, but action-packed and great fun to live there.
Yeah, Justin Bieber was there.
Really?
Yes,
That's
sir.
so amazing.
And you know, for Richard and I, it's our annual 15 minutes of fame, because it only takes 15 minutes to do the parade. But we've been doing it and giving out wonderful American flags to the kids. And I have something for you, Richard, as a little special prize, because we're at the Polo Club today, and I want you to have this polo ball.
You're too kind.
For a souvenir.
All I need now is a scepter.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you very much.
Welcome back, everybody. Now joining me is a very, very special VIP guest. This is Rob Roche. He is the Director of Sales and Marketing here at the Belmond El Encanto. Thanks for being here, Rob.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
I love this hotel so much. And if you are a staple here in Santa Barbara, we all know how great this is. But why don't you tell everybody what makes the Belmond El Encanto so special?
Well, I think a lot of it just stems back from the history. The hotel is celebrating 101 years of being here in Santa Barbara and perched on the hill just here in Santa Barbara overlooking the Pacific Ocean. So that makes us very special just there with the tradition and history that we have. And people just love to come and enjoy what we have to offer here at the hotel.
It is an absolutely gorgeous hotel, one of the most romantic spots you could ever come to here in Santa Barbara, but also very romantic from a wedding perspective. And a lot of very important people get married here. I know you can't disclose names.
Correct.
Off
correct.
camera, maybe. But tell us about the weddings that you guys throw here.
Well, we do have all kinds of weddings, from just, sort of prenuptials and things like that to the lily pond that we have. The lily pond is in the center of the hotel. It's sort of the staple that we have here on property. And you can do all kinds of things with it, from 10 people for a wedding to 200 people for a wedding. And then we also have a ballroom that holds 200 people that most people don't even realize is here, so they can utilize that. Overlooking the ocean, we can have weddings out here on the lawn as well. So there's lots of different opportunities to do really special weddings.
And I know a lot of brides, one of the main things they think about are the pictures and the backdrop. I'm just assuming here, but I'm sure that the pictures from a wedding have got to be breathtaking, right?
Well, they are. I mean, and whether it's a daytime wedding or a nighttime wedding, it can be just incredibly romantic or just beautiful because of the the view that we have and the location that we have. The pictures just come out spectacular.
I can imagine. And also, I didn't forget about you ladies, because if you are, any of you are ever trying to look for, that perfect place, that perfect spa to get a massage or any of those wonderful treatments, you cannot beat the Belmond Encanto Spa. Tell us about some of the services you guys provide here.
Well, I think it's sort of a hidden gem here at the hotel. A lot of people don't know that we have a spa. We have 7 treatment rooms. We have a relaxation lounge. We have, all of what you would imagine a 5-star hotel would have as far as a spa is concerned, with the swimming pool, exercise equipments, and facials and body massages, from deep tissue to Swedish massage to relaxation. It just has something for everything, whether you're coming just by yourself, with a bunch of girlfriends, mother-daughter. We do all kinds of different spa treatments.
And I've had massages at a lot of places. And I'm just full disclosure here. I've had a couple here at the Belmond Encanto. It is the best massage I've ever had in my life.
I hear that all the time.
I bet you do.
I do. I hear that all the time.
It is the truth. So you guys have to try it out. What also makes this hotel so spectacular is this gorgeous view. I mean, you cannot beat this view. And I had the privilege of actually having lunch here with Dennis Miller.
Oh, fantastic.
Last year. And we love the view. We love the food. It's a great place to come for lunch, right?
It is. And it's actually, even as far away as we might be from Los Angeles, it's actually very close. We have people that do come up here for lunch just because it's such a peaceful, relaxing, tranquil destination. And they come up and you just can't beat this view, whether you're having breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And we have celebrities that come up, and celebrities that, as you know, live in the Santa Barbara, Montecito area. So they're here all the time as well. So it's really sort of a nice quiet secret.
Oh, yeah. And I hear it's kind of a secret getaway, too, for celebs, right?
It is. Yes, you'd be surprised who's walking through the hallways. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So you never know who you're going to see out here. Thanks so much, Rob, for being here.
It's my pleasure.
We appreciate it. And don't go anywhere. More Santa Barbara Polo Life up next.
Our company's Bluestar Parking, and we've been out at the club for a decade now, and we deal with all the members' cars, all the special events, and combined over the last 10 years, we've parked well over 100,000 cars. We get everything. We get everything from a carbon fiber McLaren P1 valued well over $1 million to a 1912 Rolls Royce valued at over $10 million. If you can name it, we've parked it. Pretty much everything comes to this club. Treat them as if they're the only person here at the club, and you have to treat their car as if it's the only car that you've ever touched or will ever touch. And you just have to make them feel special, and that's what we try to do here at the club.
Well, this is Family Fun Day at Santa Barbara Polo and Racket Club, and I'm with the general manager, David Sigman, who is all about family and polo.
And fun.
And fun.
Yeah.
And who is this?
And fun. This is my son, Lincoln Dean Sigman, and we're just really grateful for the Holden family to host this amazing event. And that's really what our club is about: is family and community, and flying and riding horses and having fun. And we're really excited to have this today. It's really special for us.
It's really special, and it's historic because they've been doing these family fun days for a long time.
And the kids are delicious, They just taste so good. Well, we love you guys. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, everybody, and have a great day. We hope to see you out here on a Sunday.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You want to give Charles some knuckles?
Good job.
Knuckles.
I got it.
How about
Good job.
Okay. Yeah, thanks, Ken. I've been here the whole 10 years when he's parked those 100,000 cars, and I was one of them.
And I did his engagement ring.
Yes.
I love Ken. And also David Sigman, the general manager at the Santa Barbara Polo and Racket Club. I got to tell you, he really embodies the spirit and the enthusiasm out there at that club and really makes it a familial event. Don't you agree?
It's family time.
It sure is. So come on out to the Santa Barbara Polo and Racket Club. You'll meet David, you'll meet Ken, and of course Charles and I are always there every single Sunday. And we're going to have more Santa Barbara Polo Life when we come back.
Saleen car is fantastic. And I actually got to sit in one, and you may get to too, because we're probably going to bring one here to Santa Barbara soon.
Do you think they'll let me drive it?
No.
That was a quick no.
No.
Well, maybe if I show them my jewelry.
I'm Malanja Jones. I'm the Polo manager here at Santa Barbara Polo and Racquet Club. I've been here for 10 years now, and we're looking at a great season. We have 7 teams expected this year in the 16-goal season, which is amazing. It's a big jump for us from last year when we had 5. We have all 5 teams from last year returning. So we have F&B, Clinton Ranch, Lucchese, BenSoleimani.com, and Sol de Agosto, and then they'll be joined by F&B 2 and Santa Clara. So that's awesome for us, awesome for the teams to have so much competition.
I gotta tell you, it's such an honor to have created the 2019 PCO Championship ring. I'm just thrilled that they let me do it every year. It's so much fun. And speaking of, I love Malanja. She's such a backbone of that club. And we're in high goal season, right?
Yes, and she's the polo manager, and as she said, we have 7 teams this year, so there's a lot to watch. And it's every Sunday through Labor Day weekend.
Yes, and it starts at 3 every single Sunday, so get there a little early, maybe around 2 o'clock. And why not? It's polo, it's fashion, it's cocktails, it's so much fun. And if you've never been, you need to do that.
And you'll see us there for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks so much for joining us. Hey, where are we going to be next week? Do we know?
It's my secret.
I'm sure it's someplace fabulous. But thanks for joining us, and we'll see you right back here for Santa Barbara Polo Live next week.